Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. And a chance to check out our Rookie of the Year list. Some incredible talent entering the league. Well, we're in the middle of the season, and he's got to really step up to even get into the Rookie of the Year conversation.
And it's been so fun watching these rookies go at one another so far. Their competitive spirit is exciting to watch.
Yeah, it's been especially intriguing race for that honor this season, and is only going to get more as we head down the stretch.
Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Boomer in at the point. And it's Flash in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, we're near the middle point of the year now. At what point do coaches start looking at limiting the minutes of their stars?
You know, each game is really the determining factor for how that plays out. So, when possible, you keep your stars in there for close games and get them some rest when the outcome isn't in question.
Here's Smooth. Pass to Flash. Puts up a three. Counted from distance.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
That shot a little beyond his normal range.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Smooth. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Q, the pass to Boomer. Here's Q. And there's a pick. He shoots a three. And Young pulls it down. And just over a minute played here to start the game. To the paint. Tipped. Pass to Boomer. Lets it go from deep. The shot no good.
As a shooter, he's not going to inspire much confidence in his coaches or teammates with a miss like that.
Up top, Young. Here's the Mayor. Fires the three. The shot misses. Here's Q. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Pass to the eraser. He shoots. Misses the baby hook. Gone 1 for 3 so far. The Mayor passes to Che. Here's Flash. Here's the three. Sends it home from three-point land. Flash has got his second basket on the night.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Boomer, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the away team.
The first free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. Gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Smooth. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And he knocks down the first one.
Number 8. Taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Here's Grimes. Pass to Boomer. 5 to shoot. Here's Q. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Q's got 5 now.
Taking people to school with moves like that.
Here's Carson. Che passes to Prez. Here's Smooth. Misses the three. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Good on the baseline, Jay. Here's Carson. No points so far. Fires the three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Boomer. 15 in his last outing.
Old team foul. Number 9.
So both teams changing it up here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Long range from the inbound. And it's Black Hole missing. Here's Smooth. 15 in his last outing. Flash, no good.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Here's Q. Young with the double team. The eraser, the pass to Boomer. They set the screen. Shoots. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Not the most effective pick, but he salvages the play with a terrific move.
Here's Smooth. Pass to Prez. Got a hand on it. Tries again. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked. So he'll head to the line.
Personal foul. Second team
It's his
foul.
first trip to the line.
At the line for
And he
two.
drops it first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Here's Q. 5 points in the game. To the middle. From 7 feet away. And it's the eraser missing. Here's Carson. Pass to Young. Here's Flash. He's got 6. And the basket is good. Flash has got 8 points.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Black Hole, the pass to House. There's a screen. There's the triple. No good that time.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Carson.
Away team
He's got
foul.
5.
Number 23.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He wants to review the game plan.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, we'll see how they respond after that weak performance. It should tell us a lot about their character as a team.
All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
On defense, the visiting team, trailing by 5. To the inside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the first. There's a screen. Takes a 3. Black Hole. That's good.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Black Hole's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Prez, the pass to Flash. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Black Hole. Here's Grimes. 1:25 left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Peyton. He's closely guarded. Prez, the pass to Flash. From the high post. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Flash has got 10 points in the game.
and he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Here's House. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Black Hole. 4 on the clock. The three-pointer off the mark. Gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Here's Carson. Three-pointer. Knocks it down from distance. Give him 8 points now.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's tipped. Blocked. Here's Flash. 10 points for him. Inside from the low block. Tipped. With 1 on the clock. He's off on that one. And that does it for the first quarter. Up by 7. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
And it's Black Hole in at the 4-man position. Shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Here's Carson. Pass to Goose.
Away team foul. Cruz. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team. Number 9. Chester. Number 11.
Now here's Peyton. Here's Goose. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 12. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Carson's got 10.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Down low. Here's Grimes, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Outside Peyton.
Who's got ball?
Pass to Goose. Here's Che from the arc. G with a rebound. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. To the inside, Grimes. And he converts the layup. Grimes has got his first points of the game.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Outside Peyton. Here's Carson. Money on the 19-footer.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And the visitors call time here. All right, I don't want to make you feel too old here, RJ, but you did get drafted back in 2001. What's the biggest change to the game, you think?
Oh, I think without a doubt the physicality and the 3-ball. Teams are not as physical, and they shoot a lot more threes. When I came in, they were barely shooting them. Now that's all that matters.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team foul. At the line for the away team. House. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second one. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Now here's Peyton. The D's right on him. Goose passes to Mr. Moves. Here's Carson. Pass to Che. Launches a 3. And it's House with the rebound. stolen. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Here's Peyton. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's House. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. He's made one and missed one so far at the line.
Shooting for the away team. House at the line for one.
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Carson. 12 points for him. Here's Smooth. And it's all from three-point range. Here's Grimes. Off target from three-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
First personal foul, second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team, number 67. Number 67.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Carson. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Carson's got 15 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And he'll take a trip to the line for two. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And you look around the league, we're witnessing a changing of the guard, Richard. A lot of young teams on the rise.
I think so. LeBron, Curry can only rule the roost for so long. Eventually, that torch has to be passed.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Here's Smooth. And the three off target. Gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Grimes. To the paint. Here's the eraser. And that one is stuffed right through.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
First personal foul, third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Goose. Yet to see a basket. 6 to shoot.
Away team foul. Number 31. First personal foul, fourth team foul. At the line,
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
So hits one and misses one at the line. Gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Q. He's got 5. Here's Boomer. Flash grabs the miss. Pass to Harden. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul, fifth team
On
foul.
Saturday, and then on Tuesday.
And that game against Austin, that's number 9 on the season for them. They should start feeling in the full swing of things by then.
And he sinks the second. Shooting 40% from the field in this one. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. All right, some time here to take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the league's top shooting squads from last year.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Here's the mayor. No made baskets yet. Takes the 12-footer and hits it. To the middle. Here's G, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
The mayor passes to Che. Here's Flash. Takes it inside. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
A minute 50 left in the second. Easy breezy, the pass to G. Here's easy breezy. Here's Grimes. Drains the triple. Grimes has got his second bucket on the night.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Smooth, pass to the mayor. Over to the wing. Inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Second personal foul.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
At the line for 2.
Free throws good. Young. House, he's checked in for Grimes. Second free throw, no good. Got 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Here's House. Off the mark there with a 3. Gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to G. Oh, he tries a 3. Smooth, grabs the miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's the mayor. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Young. Here's Black Hole. He's got 5. Here's G. Oh, yikes, not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. And we finished off one half of play. They lead by 11. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Make some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot. Oh, that makes sense. Give it up for the participants.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back.
They haven't been close with some of these threes. Does the rim look like it's moving to them? I mean, seriously. It looks like it's multiple rims out there.
Aim for the middle one. At least that's what I've been told. Moving on to our next topic, All-Star voting. A peek at the latest returns.
Well, these are very early returns, but even so, you can see who the fans are excited to see play.
A lot of these guys deserve the votes, but there's some big names missing. Come on, America, do better.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Here's Grimes, and it's Young in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown. Now Young with a steal. And they're on the break. Here's Smooth. Finished off the break.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Here's G. And there's the lob. And it's black hole missing.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Pass to Che. Here's the Mayor. Screen by Young. 6 on the shot clock. The Mayor, good.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And the three-pointer goes.
3 points.
5 points in the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth. Timeout,
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Smooth.
Away team foul. Cruz. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Young. The Mayor passes to Young. Oh, the emphatic rejection. Pass to Easy Breezy. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Easy Breezy's gotten his first basket of the night. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's the Mayor. He's got 5. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go that time. Got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Fires from deep. The eraser grabs a board. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Gets the three to fall.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Pass to Che. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long Che. Che's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. They set a pick. Clock at 6. Pass to Boomer. Hey, expanding his range. Offensive board. Here's Q. Second shot opportunity. Good on the bucket. Boomer's got 5 now.
Number 23.
Here's Smooth. The layup misses.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
From outside the arc. Nails it from 3. 11 points in the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's the mayor. He's got 5. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Che. From deep. Boomer pulls it in. Gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Here's Q. Here's the eraser.
Home team foul. Young.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Shooting for the away team. Number 31. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Here's Peyton. Pass to Prez. Shot from the top of the key. Good on the jump shot. Carson's got 17.
And there's really no such thing as a safe lead. I mean, this is still anyone's game.
Here's House. Here's the eraser. Guarded by Young. Here's the eraser. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Second personal foul.
All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams.
You can see the emphasis they put on rebounding. Such a huge part of their game and one that they didn't ignore.
That one's off.
This has become a theme for these guys. Way too many missed chances at the line.
And the second free throw is good. Gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Here's Carson. He's got 17. Puts it up from 12. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Nice bounce pass. That's just good fundamental basketball.
Here's House. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. He's made 2 of his 3 attempts tonight.
Shooting for the away team.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
Both good from the line that time. Gotten 5 of 10 shots to go.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter.
Away team foul. Number 67. First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:51 left in the third quarter. From the wing. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Carson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Pass to G. .124 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's House. Oh, the teardrop falls in. House has got 8 points.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Here's Carson. 19 points in the game.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Here's House. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in this game.
At the line for the away team.
And he makes a first.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. There's 49 seconds left in the third. To the left side wing. Pass to Harden. Here's Goose. Here's Carson. Off target from outside. Here's House. Guarded by Payton. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Carson. The 3 ball. Drills it from deep. Carson's got 7 points for the quarter. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up 9. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Shooting it at 52%, and it's Jay in at the 4. Outside Payton, up top Harden, pass to Prez. Six to shoot. Outside Payton. Shot left block. No good off the glass. Shooting the rock well at 46%. Here's House. Driving inside. Blocked. Pass to Payton. Let's go with a 3. Hits the trifecta. Here's Black Hole. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Jay. Here's Grimes. Guarded by Payton. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Here's Carson. From downtown, G with a rebound. Well, it's going to take something special now to get him back in this game.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem likely.
Black hole, the pass to House. Here's Grimes. Three-pointer, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Goose. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul. First
And he
team
just
foul.
powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Number 40.
The first one falls.
2 shots.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth.
Home team foul. Number 40. First personal foul. First team foul.
And the visitors call time here.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Thanks for that, Allie. House passes to Grimes. Shoots. Gets it to go from the corner. Gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. They set the pick. Here's Carson. No good from outside. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line.
First one falls for him.
2 shots.
Good on both. So it's the home team now. At one point, they led by 16. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Pass to Smooth. Fades. Got it.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? Yeah, that's a trick question. You don't.
They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Here's House. Here's G. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Assist from House.
Gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Here's the pick. Here's Carson. The 3 is up. Knocks down the triple. Carson's got 10 points here in the second half.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Pass to the eraser. Here's Black Hole. This one for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And here's Harden. Here's Carson. And it's House with the rebound.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Black hole, that's good.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Here's the mayor. Pass to Smooth. There's the three. That one doesn't drop.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Here's Easy Breezy, guarded by Young. Here's Q. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Here's Smooth.
At the line for your home team, number 8.
And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Q. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
On target from range. Q's got 5 points now this quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Flash. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Shooting it well, almost 50% from the floor. The Mayor passes to Smooth. Right side Young, down low. Here's Flash. The Eraser grabs a board. The Eraser's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. The three is up. He drops it from range.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
Ooh, poked away. Here's Che. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Number 23. Second personal foul.
And the free throw, no good. Gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Pass to Boomer. Wide open. And that one is right through the heart. Shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. Out to the right wing. Here's Che. Here's the Mayor. Screen by Young. And he's going for the oop here. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. 1:05 left in the fourth. Here's the Eraser, guarded by Young. Here's the Eraser, and Young pulls it down. Gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Out left to the wing. Here's Flash. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now. Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
And the visitors call time here.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Q. Here's the Eraser. Ooh, excellent D there from Young. Here's the Mayor. And so they get the victory here at home. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And time now for our player of the game.